I'm Mr. Lover Lover. She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic. Call me fantastic, touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Smooth.
Before we get to the battle, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say that I'm through to Poke Aim MD's Ubers Tournament Round 2, so hooray for me. Unfortunately, my opponent was Golduck and I was on PO, so yeah, unfortunately can't give you a match later on, but oh well, it's still a very fun game, I must say. Oh, that really pushed me to my limit. Pause. But anyway, wagwan people, how's it going? I've got a game here against Joel6781. His link will be in the description, and this was a very fun game. He really got me, had me on the ropes for quite a bit of the start of the match. So without further ado, let's get on with the show. He's got his Frostlass, and I've got my Marley, my Whimsicott. I go for the substitute, scouting for the Ice Beam, but he goes right for the taunt. It's a good play on his part, as I don't have actually any attacking moves on this Whimsicott. Now here I accidentally misclick and I go for the struggle, and it turns in probably help me up in the long run, as I now possibly break any focus sash that he possibly had. So now I'll switch into his my Gyarados, predicting the another layer of spikes. Goes for the taunt again, just to be safe. Good move once again. And now it goes for the Destiny Bonds while I predict that, and I go for my bounce. As Nixon, he goes for another layer of spikes, and I go for the bounce. It takes him down very low, and I get the paralysis. Now I go for the DD, and the paralysis kind of mattered, sort of, but this is a paralysis team, and I already had the Thunder Wave on the Gyarados, so technically didn't do too much. Either way, I missed my bounce, and I've gone entirely this, so I'm just going to go straight for the waterfall. And my taunt wears off, and he brings in his Swampert. Now I know he's going to roar, it's very, very obvious, so I'm going to go for that. +1 waterfall. Swampert takes like a champ. He goes to above half now, and roars me out to my Hexagon, the Jirachi, and go on leftovers recovery as he does. And we both go for our Stealth Rock, since rocks are always a good asset to any team, regardless of what people say. Both get leftovers once again. Now I go for the Body Slam as he goes for the EQ. I was hoping to get the paralysis, and he gets the crit, which definitely mattered, as he took that Body Slam like nothing. And I'm guessing he's just standard Swampert, so that obviously mattered. And I bring my Whimsicott to take the spikes damage, and I go for the Encore him into Earthquake, as I don't want him to roar out. Now I'm hoping he's going to switch out into Vaporeon, so I can go for the Leech Seed and get that get some of my health back, and he does do as I predicted. And I go for Leech Seeds, and I get that 130 base HP all to me now, so get the leftovers. Now I go from 65 plus the Leech Seeds, and I'm up to 123, which is pretty awesome. Now I go for the sub as he goes for the Wish, and I know the. Now I'll make a get a Leech Seed recovery. I know he's going to switch on to Swampert, but I'm not sure if he wants to stay in and just take the Wish for himself. That's why I go for the Encore, but the switch was very obvious, so I could have went for the double seed, but I decided to play it safe. And I go for Leech Seed once again, but I miss, which is whatever. And I get raw down to my Lagiacrass, the Gyarados, get the Intimidate off once again. And now I am going to go for the bounce. Now I go for the bounce for two reasons. One, for him to not raw me out, and two, so he will switch out into his Tyranitar, and I could possibly get the paralysis once again on the bounce. And now do I get it? I go for the bounce, doesn't do anything as it's resisted, and I get the paralysis, which is very, very nice. But I do have Thunder Wave on this Gyarados, so again, and this is a paralysis, so whatever, really. Now I go for the Waterfall, and I'm playing with hacks right now as I get the flinch, as it sort of mattered in the long run, as technically it's a payback for the crit on my Jirachi, but in a sense it was a it mattered, as you'll see right now in this next play. Now it brings Terrakion. I know he's going to predict me to switch out fearing the Stone Edge, and I know he's going to set out either Swords Dance or Rock Polish, and I go straight for the Thunder Wave, and that really is a game clincher right there, ladies and gentlemen. As now that he's paralysed, my whole team can outspeed and take out the rest of his team, and I go for the Waterfall. Super effective on Terrakion, as this is rock typing. Take him out with a crit. Honestly, I do not care if it mattered, as this is pretty much my game right now. As he will go into his Swampert, takes the Stealth Rock damage, and he goes for, I go for the bounce once again, just to prolong, I guess. I'm not sure why, since Waterfall would have done pretty much the same. He goes for the Roar, and he brings in my Whimsicott, which is perfect, as now I can just go right into my Sork and clean up house. So good game, Joey6781, and a ton of fun with this match. He really got me worried for a few turns. So yeah, he's almost at 200. Check him out. So rate, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the other side.
Spartans! What is your profession?